Hi, everybody. Well, depending on where you found yourself today, it was really wet. We didn't have as much rain down around Salem and certainly not to the south, where portions of southern Oregon up into Eugene basically had a dry day. But Portland, oh my goodness gracious, an absolute classic steady rain day. I just checked. So in the 4 o'clock hour on this Sunday, we've picked up since it started last night, 55 100, so more than a half of an inch and it's still coming down. So the last time we spoke, I'm meteorologist Rod Hill from the Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington area. The last time we spoke, I said no more significant big storms. And while that is technically true in the 7 day period I'm talking about, this low, which is considerably weaker than anything we have seen lately, just happens to be setting in the exact right spot with the exact correct amount of flow pattern around it that here in Portland, we've just had this absolute channel of moisture just feeding into us. The weather modeling started to pick up on this first thing Saturday morning. I almost did an update last night and then had some, because of just things going on in my life, I didn't get around to it. But the modeling picked up on the Saturday morning that today would not be showery. It would be just steady rain with a half of an inch of rain or more. And oh, by goodness, has that been the case? So hope you enjoyed yesterday, Saturday, which was really great. And then, of course, today we have this low. Now, here's what's interesting. This low, this is the 500 millibar map. So, but even if you look at the surface map features on this low, there's nothing tightly wound about it. The pressure gradients aren't great. It's not particularly strong. It's just setting stationary in the right spot with the flow patterns pumping the rain in. So this low doesn't really change Monday. Now I'm going to show you in a moment that weather models like us getting a fraction of the rain tomorrow that we picked up today, but not so fast. I'm going to leave the door open for Monday to be maybe not as wet as today, but potentially as wet as dry and maybe more. And we'll get into that. We still have starting developing Tuesday, going through Wednesday, going through Thanksgiving, going through Friday, into Friday morning anyway, all dry weather for the holiday. And that's going to come with some chilly nights, which you would expect, right? And some frosty conditions. So I'm going to get into all of that as well. The Momentous Wealth podcast is my sponsor. So grateful to have them basically invest in my forecast work. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, listen on Spotify. This is a library of investment topics that you can easily choose from, especially if you're interested in what impacts your retirement accounts and your 401ks and that type of thing. The Momentous Wealth podcast. Okay. Um, let's get you going. I do want to touch on snow levels real quick. Didn't I think we had an inch at Timberline over the past 24 hours, nothing in Meadows. So the fact that this low is not very strong and it's sitting offshore, the evidence of it not being very strong is that it's not even pumping enough of a moisture flow to really get much of anything measurable up into the Cascades. Everything is kind of fizzling once it bumps into the Cascades and not really getting up much into the high country. And I don't see much total moisture up in the Cascades tomorrow or Tuesday either. But snow levels will continue to be about 3,000 feet tomorrow and on Monday and on Tuesday. So there certainly could be some light snow accumulations or some flurries up at pass level. Wednesday, it's all dry. Thursday and Friday, it's all dry. I bumped into a guy at Costco today, and he was telling me they were going to Sun River over Thanksgiving. And he was bummed because, warmer weather was coming and the snow would be melting. Not, this is, and while that's true to some extent, I don't see just a huge meltdown of the snow that's up there. We still have bases that are 30, 40, 50 inches from 5,000 feet higher on the mountain. And I have snow levels with dry weather going up to 5,000 Thursday and Friday. So if that's true, Timberline won't melt a whole lot. So let's hold on to that and hope that that is true. I'm going to come back to my 7 day forecast in a moment. Let's get you going, and we'll check the mountains because travel's a big deal, right? Thanksgiving's this coming Thursday, of course. Timberline 29, not melting anything. The base was 60 some inches. Basically, it's compacting, and that happens, right? 58 on the ground. Meadows still 52. Ski Ball still has 25. Solid coverage on their base right there, as you can see. Passes are in good shape because there basically was very limited moisture up there today. And warm enough that past temperatures with the lack of moisture got up above freezing. 35 at government camp, so that's all good. Siskiyou Summit in California is all good, 36 degrees. Santiam is clean. Willamette is clean. Now, each night coming up, because you've got snow roadside, you could have some icy spots, but I'm not anticipating the passes to get bad over the next 2 to 3 days. I think generally they'll be either clean or just a touch of light snow. Quiet out over Cabbage Hill, and that looks to be a pretty good forecast moving forward as well, out in the Blue Mountains. Again, this is my Mount Hood page on my weather site, portlandweather.com, sponsored by Hillcrest Sports Shop. Basically, skis and boards, everything you need to rent, everything you want to buy. They've got full clothing, gear, hats, gloves, coats. They got everything there. It's in Gresham, Hillcrest Sports Store for your winter recreation. So tell them you sponsor my YouTube channel, my weather page when you're in there. All right, let's get you going. Enough advertising, right? So this is something else that this upper level low, see it, just follow my cursor. This is the water vapor imagery. We haven't looked at water vapor in a while, but this is the broadness of this trough. This is the same trough that birthed the so-called bomb cyclone, which again is terminology for a low pressure system that has rapid development over 24 hours to a certain drop of millibar pressure. Um, and it did damage, right? We had the damage up in California. We had the Siskiyou Summit closed for a while. Anyway, this is the same trough. So this has been sitting here forever. Right in here is the low, and then the moisture feeding up ahead of it that's been moving into our area. This low again sits there tomorrow, and then I'll show you eventually completely falls apart Tuesday. And as it falls apart on Tuesday, finally, our rain chances will fall apart as well. So this is the American GFS model. This is that moisture saturation up through 10,000 feet in the atmosphere. Everything dark green is moisture saturation, heightened chance of rain, certainly cloud cover. So this is this afternoon at 4 p.m. Here's the low. Again, it's not, if you remember what that bomb cyclone low looked like, I mean, it was like, wow, this is nothing like that. This is garden variety stuff, but it's just in the perfect spot. And there's a 30, 40 knot fetch of south winds of 5,000 feet in the atmosphere. And it's just channeling all the moisture. See, we're in the darker green. And the bullseye of this has been really right over Portland. So I'm going to play this through the night. It could still be raining steadily much of the night, or at least raining more than not. Here's tomorrow morning, rain in the area. Here's tomorrow afternoon. Now, see, there's some white right here. So if this is correct, the moisture fields will finally thin tomorrow afternoon at some point. Timing is uncertain, into the evening. So pretty wet night. Could still be a fairly wet Monday morning, and then rain really noticeably starts to break up in the afternoon and Monday evening. And then we get into Tuesday morning with a lingering shower chance. But notice the low is very weak. Now it's totally falling apart. And this is Tuesday daytime. The low is gone at this point. Moisture is thinning and moving off to the east. We get a drying northwest flow pattern, and any rain chance disappears during the day Tuesday. Now we're off and running with our dry weather on Wednesday, our dry weather on Thanksgiving Day. I'm going to go ahead and zip this into Friday morning. I've been back and forth on this, and now I'm back into saying that there could be a shower Friday morning. Here's the low, what we call clipper system. Comes in quickly from the northwest. Here it is right here. This is Friday morning at 4 in the morning. So this will be thickening cloudiness during the day. Notice how the clouds kind of the green kind of thins out. So the moisture fields kind of thin out, but there is a boundary that comes through. So we may or may not see a shower on Friday. Everything rebuilds ridging. See how the green areas are now arcing up around this big upper level high right here. So that's back to dry weather on Saturday. And then right now, most models have us dry on Sunday, which gets everybody home from the holiday weekend safely, hopefully. You see, moisture is building. We get into some warmer air that will bring rain developing as soon as the Monday after Thanksgiving into Tuesday. Timing and amounts and how high the snow levels are, all of that hasn't really been settled yet. It's still kind of up for grabs. But the Monday after Thanksgiving is when we could lose the dry run that we're on. Here's that national blended model meant to show you future radar products. This is what radar may look like. We know we have this elongated fetch with solid rain channeling into us late afternoon, so that's correct. Here is overnight tonight, quite a bit of rain still coming through. Here's tomorrow morning. Still quite a bit of rain at the coast, and I bet you rain in the valley too. This is early in the morning. Here we are getting into mid-morning. See, it's raining more than not. I really think there's reason to believe that it's going to be rain, maybe not completely steady like it has today, but certainly periods of occasional rain or steady rain through about noon on Monday. I think that's a pretty good call. And then Monday afternoon, we'll see how much we break everything into showers or not. And then we go into Tuesday morning, and then the shower chances hangs on before it completely ends. Okay. How much rain are we talking about? So between right now and 4 o'clock Monday afternoon, this shows about 3/10 up in Kelso, about a 2/10 to a quarter of an inch in Portland, about the same down through Salem, Albany, even in the Lane County. And you've got Lane County, you got 2/10 to 33 100s. You've got higher amounts of the coast, 64 100s in Astoria yet to come, about 8/10 of an inch down around Florence yet to come. So this is definitely a very rainy night into Monday morning along the coast. And we talked about here in the valleys. Well, notice the red, the heavier moisture amounts continue to be down in extreme southern Oregon into northern California, but snow levels have jumped up. Remember, Siskiyou Pass is just looking wet. So worst case, I say worst case scenario, if you have outdoor plans and you want it to be dry, we have one more pretty wet day. And then Tuesday, we either have some lingering showers or nothing at all. And then we're off and running with dry weather. Here's the way it looks on the European upper level 18,000 foot, 500 millibar flow. Here's the low and the cold trough that's been with us at this point for literally just ever. Here it is disappearing Tuesday. See it disappearing? Here's the ridging right here coming in for dry weather on Wednesday. Here is Thanksgiving. And now here's doesn't look like much, but right here into Friday morning is see the little dip, the little trough in the contours? That's that little clipper system that may or may not bring us a measurable rainfall starting Friday morning. It would quickly come and quickly move. And I haven't talked about this a lot lately, but if you're new to my channel, the blue, see the solid blue contour? That's the 540 millibar pressure height. So we, as forecasters, identify what we call the northern branch of the jet, the coldest branch, the polar jet, if you will, at 540 to 546 millibars. When that type of jet stream flow, 540, 546 millibar pressure height is over you, that's generally about a 2,000 foot snow level. So that's cold air. But notice how, even if I back it up to Friday, here's Friday. It's still well up north of us, holding pretty much north of the Canadian border. You can see there's more cold air, though, coming into Ohio and the Great Lakes and New York State and New England. Again, that's the bad. If you are traveling up to New England, that's chilly, cold weather. Could be some snow showers easily for Thanksgiving weekend there. Here we are getting into Saturday. This is only going to go through Saturday. We're dry. See, there's still ridging offshore. That's Sunday ridging. And then we'll see what kind of what kind of moisture we get into to start that next week. Okay, so with the dry weather and generally light wind areas and clearing skies, you get frosty temperatures this time of the year, right? Here's Thanksgiving morning. Not overly cold, but certainly it shows anywhere from about 31 to 34 from Kelso Longview, 32 down into Southern Oregon. Down south, there's Eugene right there at 36. So, and I would say in calm wind areas, these temperatures probably aren't low enough. So absolutely expect some freezing starts. Could be freezing temperatures in some areas Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, and potentially Saturday morning. Nothing extremely cold, but frosty spots. There's Tillamook showing up at 29 degrees. Again, this is Thursday morning. And you see Central Oregon, if you're going to be traveling, well down to the 20s, low to mid 20s out east. So again, this is typical for this time of the year, right? That the coldest areas in the valley will get down to freezing, and other areas in central and eastern Oregon with the dry weather coming well down into the 20s with some teens showing up. So that pattern is going to continue into Friday and into Saturday morning, as I mentioned. So FYI on that. It shows even freezing up around Seattle, 32 degrees. Okay, there's Salem 33. And again, if anything, maybe some of these numbers aren't low enough. So let's go around the horn. Here's Medford. Showers on Monday, 49. Shower chances and then drying on Tuesday, and then all dry Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wow. Cold nights in the 20s, daytime highs upper 40s to eventually getting back up into the low 50s. So that's Medford. Central Oregon, probably going to be really busy Thanksgiving. A lot of people love to go over there for the holidays, right? You've got showers and a mix, depending on the time of day, of rain and snow showers Monday into Tuesday morning. Any moisture over in Central Oregon is going to be very limited because it's a weak system. talked about today didn't really even have that much of pass level. So there may not even be moisture over in Central Oregon. I would put this chance in the this moisture forecast in the chance category. It's in the chance category, not guaranteed. May not happen. You've got plenty of sun though, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, overnight lows, low 20s, daytime highs, low 40s. That continues into the weekend. Okay. So really great travel weather, right? Seattle, chances of rain go into Wednesday here, a dry Thanksgiving day. There's that Clipper system Friday, back to dry weather on Saturday. They are showing a slight chance of some moisture on Sunday, but nothing consequential here in terms of traveling whatsoever. Salem, our beautiful capital city, Wednesday all dry, Thanksgiving Day, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, there you go. There's the freezing temperatures Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, Saturday morning, like we talked about. And if anything, maybe these overnight lows are a little bit even colder. I do show some east winds, not overly impressive, but I do show some east winds in the valley setting up um, Saturday and Sunday. So once east winds start to blow, if you get them, now that's next weekend, you would be chilly, but your actual temperatures would stay above freezing. Calm wind areas would continue to get down to freezing, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's go down to North Bend. I know we've got some people that love to watch this channel down in the Coos Bay area. Well, there's the sun Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wow. Bringing in a slight chance of showers on Sunday. Daytime highs in the 50s and probably light winds. That's just gorgeous weather. Could it be that nice up in Astoria? Let's see here. Slight shower chance on Wednesday. I don't think so. I think it's all dry. Thanksgiving's dry. Friday, absolutely shower chance. Saturday, partly sunny, 52. That's pretty nice weather at the coast there as well. And my 7-day forecast, courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros for the Rose City. So I've got showers written down here Monday. I may upgrade this. Right now, look for rain at times overnight tonight, pretty wet. Rain at times Monday morning when you wake up, pretty wet. And then decreasing showers during the day, a lingering shower throughout Tuesday. We go totally dry. Tuesday evening, nights dry, and then we're all dry. A shower chance on Friday may or may not happen. We're dry on Saturday, dry on Sunday. Overnight lows in the city might be lower than I'm showing. It's possible that, especially Thursday and Friday, Portland PDX gets down to freezing. It would depend on what the winds are doing, but you get the idea. And any fog with light wind patterns can be, I didn't talk about this, can be stubborn to clear. So let's say it's really foggy Wednesday and it's 34, 35, 36. If it's still foggy early afternoon, we may only get up to 43 or 44. Thanksgiving Day, let's say it's 35 or colder. It could be, if it's really foggy, it would only be 40 about noon. And again, we'd struggle to get up to 43, 44. So just keep in mind, it's that time of the year. Fog can really take what otherwise looked to be a nice day and turn it into a much grayer, chillier day. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. That helps me out, and you will be notified when I post a new video. I will talk to you soon.